Welcome back. Hate it or love it, the Cultural Trail is here to stay, and it's finally taking shape as Atlanta-based artist known as HENSE will begin work on a towering mural that will stretch across 3 commercial buildings along West Baltimore Street. Ron, do you think this mural will make the Cultural Trail a more popular attraction?
It's already working. People's talking about it. You know, talking about how big it is, talking about what it's going to look like, talking about the buildings. John Barr, the owner of the buildings, is providing the paint. He's providing, you know, I think the city's providing the lift trucks to do some of the painting. We had the, what was the stone that was recently purchased for X amount of dollars?
It wasn't purchased, it was paid to be transported.
Okay, it was paid to be transported. It was paid to be transported to get it there. I think that Culture Trail is going to do great things. I see once the historic Maryland Theater is renovated to its full extent, to where the new back of the District Court building and the buildings along Washington Street and back of the theater are all completed into a plaza, and with the Culture Trail starting there, with people being able to go to the museum, to the city park, and to different places, you will find that this will become an area of attraction because you're going to have a lot of solidified businesses in the arts and entertainment district to attract it.
Okay. Jim?
So, I'm not a huge fan of the Cultural Trail. I think, in my mind, it was money that maybe could have been redirected other ways. But Bob Brucci, I think, made a good point when he got elected mayor, because he was strongly against it as a candidate, and then when he was reelected as mayor, he said, "Well, it's here, so let's figure out what best to do with it." And that's kind of where I am. I think that planned is much better than unplanned, and the fact of the matter is we had that space, and it was, I won't say it was an eyesore, but it certainly wasn't developed, and it certainly wasn't attractive. And the fact that we are taking downtown space and making it attractive, I think is a really good thing. I'm going to hold my comments on the mural across multiple buildings, because I just really in my mind can't picture what that's going to look like. I think the stone thing is kind of cool, personally, and I think some other things that I've heard relative to the Cultural Trail could have some NIFT factor, if you will. But I'm going to be a wait and see on this one, because I can't vision it. I can't envision it yet. I will tell you, I don't like the lights. I don't think the modern style lights fit the downtown historic.
Which lights is that?
The lights along the trail, those pole things that the chrome.
That blink a good bit? Okay.
Do they blink a good bit? I haven't noticed that.
Let people know there's traffic.
Well, they're all along the trail. They're not necessarily at crosswalks.
Well, they're at crosswalks where there's blinking lights to let people know that there's traffic, that they got the right of way.
That's interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
Henry, do you think that we will get an actual return on our investment into the Culture Trail?
Well, I think it's hard to quantify what the return's going to be. Hopefully it will increase foot traffic going through downtown Hagerstown, you know, as Ron said, with the additional improvements, getting the plaza set up there behind the Maryland Theater and the courthouse. Hopefully, does that make Hagerstown a destination? Okay,
right.
This is my question. Does this investment make Hagerstown a destination? Yes, it's nice for us who live here. We have a cultural trail that we can walk through, and that's fantastic. But does that make us a destination? Does that bring people who are willing to spend money in our economy, in our local economy? Does it patronize the downtown restaurants? Does it spur more development along the trail to complement that? If it does, fantastic. I like to hold judgment out. I mean, I think back when it was discussed, the city had more pressing needs that the money could have been applied towards. You know, when we're staring right now, I think it's a $2.4 billion deficit.
Right.
And this part of it, it's $100,000 for the artists and another $450 that they set aside to acquire art. Could that money have been better utilized to not enter into discussion, increasing the taxes within the city of Hagerstown? Personally, I think yes. But it's already been signed off, it's approved. Now, I think we just need to get a wait and see, and hopefully it develops into what people who are smarter in, you know, city development planning than I am, but hopefully it does bring the foot traffic in there, and those people get invested in and see what a wonderful community we have.
I will say one thing relative to the return on investment, and it's something, quite frankly, I just thought about. At some level, there's always been a disconnect between the city park, which is beautiful in my view, the museum, which is just breathtaking in my view, and downtown. And the fact that this cultural trail kind of provides a connection point there, more of a formal connection. Who's to say that when somebody's eating at Schmunkel's Stube or 28 South or one of the other fine restaurants we have downtown that on a summer's eve, that they don't all of a sudden use that to walk to the park and find something else out nice about our city? Or somebody that's visiting the museum and gets done at 1 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon doesn't walk down and find the Discovery Station or find one of the restaurants. So, I mean, there is that potential.
When you talk about destination, the Stube is a destination.
It is.
People
Absolutely.
come from all over the state of Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania to go to the Stube. The Maryland Theater's got about 240,000 people that the theater becomes a destination to go see a performance. Barbara Ingram School for the Arts is a destination by a lot of people. Okay, the museum is a destination. People coming to the Hagerstown Suns is a destination. We have so many destinations. To add a culture trail to pull all that together can be a coup. Now, I want you to picture someday that culture trail coming down Memorial Boulevard past the stadium, which it's designed that it can do, down past the old MELP site, which is right close to where we are right now, right down along the Antietam Creek the whole way to Funkstown. That ultimately will be a culture trail that will happen in this community. It's way in the plans, but it's something that can happen, and if you don't start at some point, which they have started, we'll never realize the success and the potential that we really enjoy.
So are we going to improve the ball stadium while we're going along that cultural trail?
I think they can, and I think they will.
Do you think they'll just improve it instead of relocating it?
I think with what they have and what they can do, you certainly can improve the stadium. You can enhance the stadium without moving it.
So real quick, I just want your thoughts. Is there a clash between Hagerstown's historic feel and the more modern feel on the trail?
I don't think there's necessarily a clash. I think they're appealing to different interests, and I think they can be complementary.
That's fair. All right, and I'm going to give you the last word on that. But up next, our panel singles out this week's winners and losers. Stay tuned.